Welcome, everybody. How's you all doing? 2025 debut of the Late Night Live, the OG series back in your life. I was doing the Late Night Live for years. In 2024, I stopped doing them consistently, and I have been ridiculed for stopping this series. I've had people beg me, AJ, can you bring the damn late night lives back? Now, this isn't my first live stream of the day. If you include the Q&As, this is number 3. But this breakdown is very enjoyable for me. If this is your first time ever tuning in to a late night live breakdown, you probably don't know what the vibe is. It's about you. The people's picks are what I'm looking to get, whether it's back and forth banter, whether you guys agree with me, or you just want to find out what the community is thinking. This is the prediction show for you. Now, it has its own flair and, chill vibes that always come with the late night live series, similar to my live streams throughout the week. But we are focused on every single fight on UFC 311. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be talking about every fight from first fight on the prelim to main event of the evening. We're breaking them all down in a more casual way. Really, it's a back and forth conversation. You guys can get a deeper insight to my thought process and confidence levels as opposed to a traditional prediction show. And, you're not going to be as blindsided by the heavily comedic influenced weigh-in recap show, which I do on Fridays. So it's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to talking about all of the fights on the card. Before we get into any of the fights, though, I want to say the UFC 311 press conference, I feel as though was relatively uneventful. There was some exceptions, like as fun moments, as far as the Marab banter with Umar Nurmagomedov. There was a good back and forth. Jamal Hill getting booed by the crowd, flipped off, everybody yelling Shama. You could tell it pissed them off too. Hanato Moicano having his money moment, getting fired up. And then Benil Dariush, like very politely replying to him, which I thought was actually pretty funny too. The press conference overall was mediocre at best. And I think the UFC has kind of stifled press conferences by pushing for reporters to ask pretty general questions as opposed to asking serious shit or stirring the pot and getting controversy going. I thought to myself, I would have loved if somebody would have asked Arman Tsarukyan about the potential staph infection. I felt like it was a super valid question. Instead, injury rumors about Islam Makhachev, that was a head scratcher to me. I don't see that anywhere, at least in any American outlets or even just English outlets in general where, I can understand the language. I've not seen that. I give the press conference a 5.5 out of 10, maybe a 6, maybe a 6.5. We'll be generous because I'm in a good mood. This is the late night live debut. It's like a 6.5 out of 10, but I feel like it was missing so much depth. It could have been better. It could have been deeper. It could have had more compelling moments. I think it could have been so superior to what it ended up being. Traditionally, I like doing a press conference recap, but as of right now, I don't know. I don't have that much to say about it, at least enough so to, sit down and record a 30-minute video on it. Maybe can do, a little reaction to it. We'll see. Right now, my main focus is crushing it with this episode of the Late Night Live. So welcome everybody to the 2025 debut. Make sure you guys all smash the like button. If you're enjoying what you're hearing already, don't be afraid to hit subscribe early. It's going to be a fun show. Now, I see a lot of savages in the chat. I do see you animals. I will be going back and forth with all you bad MFers as we go through each and every fight. And I'm very excited to see some disagreement. I'm excited to go head to head with a lot of you savages, okay? There is going to be back and forth banter, and I think there'll be some pretty intense moments. Now, I am going to prepare fight number 1, all right? We haven't done this late night live in a while, but I got my on live stream flow better than ever before, and the community knows, man. The live stream flow hits different. I am going to throw the poll up for our first fight of the night as we get ready to work on towards fight number 1. But let's get the first poll going before I jump into it. I don't know. I might want to ramble a little. I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to ramble. I'm allowed to banter and bullshit. It's my show. I can do whatever I want. All right, poll is up for the first fight. I'll let it marinate for a moment because I won't lie to you. Before we get into the show, today's show is sponsored by Alani. Okay, get yourself a nice high energy beverage. You're going to get energy to go hours, man. Shit, if you're thinking about taking some forget about it. Throw it in the garbage, bro. Flush it down the toilet. Drink an Alani, and you'll have a rush like nothing else, my man. Or my woman. Or my they, them. Whatever you go by. It doesn't really matter. This shit's good. They're not an actual sponsor of the show, but I drink them all the time. They may as well at least send me like a care package or something. Come on. Alani, give me a little respect. Put some respect on my damn name, Alani. I did see Marab's leg infection. Maybe we can, take a gander at that later on in the stream. But I covered it earlier in the day during the lunchtime live. Bro, how you going to sleep? I don't sleep. Brother, I don't sleep. I don't need sleep, brother. I got energy for days. Especially when I'm talking fights, I can go all day. I don't really get that tired anymore. When I was younger in the game, maybe. But now, I'm telling you guys, I don't feel like I need sleep. I want to get into these fights, though. And I think you guys want me to get into them, too. So we're going to start it off. The first fight breakdown of the Late Night Live in 2025. It's going to be Tagir Ulanbekov versus Clayton Carpenter. If you guys are watching, hit the damn likes and sub it up. Let's get it going. So I have been picking Tagir Ulanbekov all week long. Now, I have a couple of concerns about Tagir Ulanbekov. Number one, he's the runt of the Dagestani litter. As far as the Khabib Nurmagomedov team, he's one of the smaller guys on the whole crew. And I do feel as though he lacks explosiveness. I feel as though he lacks knockout power. And I don't think he's a hyper elite wrestler. But to walk everything to the side and now confuse you, I still have him over Carpenter because how am I supposed to pick a Clayton Carpenter who's 28 years old, 8-0, and has fought nothing? Nothing he's fought. Who's he beat? Lucas Hosha? Who Lucas Hosha, bro? Ulanbekov spins him on his finger. He forces his ass back down to 115. What are you talking about, Lucas Hosha? No. Clayton Carpenter, I get it. The hype on the odds, plus 250. Throw the fucking odds out the window for a minute and think about what it takes to be in the top 15. And now envision Clayton Carpenter's first big fight against a Dagestani fighter who trains at Team Khabib, sparring with Umar Nurmagomedov, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Usman Nurmagomedov, etc. You can't confidently pick Clayton Carpenter. Now, you can chase an underdog. You can always chase an underdog for plus 250. But I don't feel as though he has a high likelihood of success. Clayton Carpenter, respect the team. MMA Lab is good. Respect the potential. He's got a lot of it. But right now, at 28, first good fight in your career is against Tagir Ulanbekov. That's just way too tall of a task, man. Last fight was Lucas Hosha. Fight before then, Juan Camilo Ronderas. He does have a win against Edgar Shirez on Contender Series 2.5 years ago. Cool. But he's not ready for the level of Tagir Ulanbekov. I am going Tagir Ulanbekov to win this fight. I think he's live to finish this fight. I think he's very live for a win via submission in this fight too. I got to check out the chat. What are the people talking about here? What are the savages thinking? What are the savages? Plus 3.5 on Carpenter. I worry that he could get subbed up. I worry that he could get strangled because on the ground, Tagir Ulanbekov has that wiry, skinny, strong build, right? And he's got good front chokes, right? Front headlocks positioning, meaning like guillotines and whatnot. Clayton Carpenter likes to shoot takedowns, sometimes a little sloppily. His boxing is decent, but looping shots and developing. He's never fought anybody good. He's never fought anybody good. This is the facts. He has never fought anybody good. You know it. I knew it. We all knew it. Anybody on Carpenter confidently here, I'm wondering where you're at. So come at it. Let's talk. Ulanbekov by sub at plus 350. So, AJ, I like this call by you. I've mentioned that Ulanbekov by submission is a solid prop. I think he can very well win this fight by sub. I think he's live to lock in a strangle. I don't think Clayton Carpenter has too much of a chance here. He's tough, though. And I think Tagir Ulanbekov is not the best in the world at 125. I think he loses to some of the real top 10, top 7s. But I'm not ready to say he loses to Clayton Carpenter. When I watch Tagir and I get underwhelmed, it's his inside fighting, but you do have to respect the resume. Cody Durden win. Nate Menes submission. Easy sub against Menes. He's got 2 straight submission wins. Controversial loss to Tim Elliott, where Tim Elliott essentially broke every rule. Other than that, he's 15-2 as a pro, and his only other loss is a controversial decision years ago now. It was back in 2018 to Zhalgas Zamagulov, and many felt he won the fight. The pick is Tagir Ulanbekov. Your pick is probably Tagir Ulanbekov. And I think we're on the right side of history going Ulanbekov for the win. And the people are in alignment. I'm looking at the live poll, which I just closed. 80% of the chat is thinking Tagir Ulanbekov for the win. I agree with the chat. Did I rush the poll being closed? I don't think so. It was such a substantial number that I felt we could close it out. Close it out because we know who's getting it. Ulanbekov by sub plus 350 is a money call. Yes, the money line sucks around minus 320. Unfortunately, he becomes a parlay-only piece. Unfortunately, you really can't make a lot of money lining Ulanbekov unless you're throwing a shitload of money at it, which I don't think many of you are. But in a parlay, he's live, and we can, banter about parlays a bit at the end. I'm putting a Zin in real quick. Shout out to the people. Shout out to the people. Zinachino. Zin's on deck for Late Night Live #1. You like Tagir, Umar, and Gelatin? We'll get to those other fights, but I like it. Let's go. Let's go. Odds of success, percentage-based, you have to rate them at 78%. Is that an arbitrary number? I don't think so. I'm rating them 78% confidence level. Chat's saying 80%. At least 80% of chat is saying he wins. You like Umar, Hanato, Talbott, KO, Rosa, moneyline. Kevin Holland, you got some savage bets, Xavier. Good luck. Betting on a Russian is like betting on uglier women. It's 90% win rate. You feel? I feel, dog. I feel big time. That's funny as hell. The uglier woman wins a lot of the time. It's true. They got something to fight for. I see Tagir Ulanbekov either with a unanimous decision or a submission. Either way, the pick is Tagir winning. Now, I want to quickly mention the odds for decision. I don't have them in front of me. I'm seeing Tagir now at minus 300 at Bet Online. That's not awful for a parlay piece, especially if you're looking for high confidence calls. Ulanbekov decision at minus 135, at best at minus 110. The submission is better odds-wise, but, likelihood of success, we shall see. I think high. I think 78% is like a realistic number. If I had to throw something arbitrary out to you guys, I say 78%. An arbitrary number, but a number that definitely exists. We're going with Tagir Ulanbekov to win from me, from the people. But we're not done with the show at all. Not even close. We got more to talk about. I got to throw the poll up for our next fight. I'm going to, get it cooking. I'm going to let the poll start going before I start flowing. And I'll banter with chat a little bit. I see a lot of you guys typing, man. I see all you savages. If you're a savage, throw a $5 bet for Clayton, KO, or sub. I'm fucking slurring my word. KO Clayton. 78% is not even an estimate. AJ rules. Let's go elemental dimensions. You know what's up, bro. You know what's up, bro. Am I dropping the press conference breakdown tonight? As of right now, undecided. I was, relatively underwhelmed with the press conference reaction, and I was overwhelmed with support from the community to drop a late night live breakdown show for this pay-per-view. So I decided to do, what I was built for the OG days, what we started the, whole MMA YouTube thing on, which is the late night live breakdown. So I'm keeping the thunder going with this one. But yeah, I might drop more. Make sure you guys are running the likes up. I will do Ripski #1 at 100 likes, I will presume that we hit Ripski #1 prior to the main card. So make sure you guys run the likes up. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If it's your first time tuning in, this is the People's Pick Show. This is the late night live. If you tune in normally, you know what's up. I've talked about this show for a while. Just I haven't been pulling the trigger on it. And if you tune into the live streams throughout the week, you rock, because every day, every afternoon, every evening, Q&As, baby. We're keeping the Q&As coming. I'm going savage with the Q&As, bro. It's not going to stop. Tomorrow I'm live a ton. So keep it locked in, man. Let's keep going with the late night live. Let's keep it cooking. Up next, we got Ricky Turcios and Benardo Sopaj. For me, it's Benardo Sopaj all day. I put him as a piece of the Lock City parlay. Now, if you don't know what my Lock City parlay is, I ain't spoiling it on you right now. Okay? I'll spoil it on you later. Did I watch the Holland Jackson podcast? Holland is a Fragile Ego. Should I watch it? Is it that good? I might have to check it out. Grateful for every live. Drop a like. Hey, thank you, Hollow. I appreciate you, bro. So, Benardo Sopaj, Ricky Turcios. Yes, Sopaj is a confident pick. He's better at boxing. He's more explosive. He's quicker. Now, he does lack length. Ricky Turcios is the longer fighter. But Ricky Turcios is not much of a danger threat. Turcios' style is very much based upon volume striking. He's more of a peppering puncher, if I say so myself. Decent kicks, decent movement, decent on the ground, but he's not exceptional anywhere. Whereas Benardo Sopaj seems like a legitimate talent to keep an eye on. I understand he's young at 24 years of age, but I think he's got a damn good chance to run over Ricky Turcios. Now, when I look at the matchup, I think Turcios could get hurt on the feet by Sopaj with a straight shot. I think a hook could land. I think takedowns can land. I think Sopaj can outwork Turcios for 3 rounds and win a hard-fought decision, but I also think there's a possibility of him finishing off Turcios. Athleticism difference, vast. Holy hell. You got Ricky Turcios, who I would say is more of a slow twitch fighter, volume pepper and puncher, and Sopaj, who's, more on the side of a Topuria level of explosiveness. He may have lost his debut, but don't write the man off just yet. He has a tremendous ability. He's got huge knockout power. He's crafty. He's good on the ground. He's got smooth striking, smooth grappling. He was doing well against Oliveira, and he ended up getting knocked out with a flying knee, and he was tired in round 3. Yes, true. Vinicius Oliveira then went on to beat Ricky Simon, who was a staple amongst the top 15 in the UFC bantamweight division, who beat Marab at one point. You have to respect Sopaj as a prospect, and you have to recognize Turcios as a journeyman gatekeeper. And Sopaj's level, it passes through. So we're going with Sopaj for the dub. Let me pop out the Zin, and let's see what the chat is talking about here. It seems like everybody's confident on Sopaj. It seemed like confidence is high for Sopaj. He bitches Sopaj. You think Turcios going to work him, Hernanov? You're a wild card, bro. No way, really. Dude, if you're Turcios, you got to throw a flying knee. You got to throw a flying knee like I got. You got to throw a flying knee like I bring to the table. An AJ level flying knee. The flying knee of death, bro. Listen, you think that the skull cracking from MVP to Cyborg was savagery? You just ain't seen the DeVito knee. Yo, shout out to the boy Goldberg. Thank you for the $10. Hey, AJ, what's up? Dono for the cap. My guy, Goldberg. Thank you for $10, bro. Thank you for supporting the channel. And you guys will be very happy to hear, what did I do before this stream? Any guesses? I ordered it off Amazon. Let me know what you think. If you were in my last stream, you'll know. You'll know what I did. You'll know what I did. And you're going to be fucking celebrating. You'll all be jumping with joy saying, thank God, AJ. Finally. Got to find a place to put it. But finally, I will have what people have been asking me to bring. You know. If you know, you know. I'll just tell you. A clock. Yes. The round timer that I have been asked about since, 2023. Round timer. Yes. So it's going to be lit. And I'm pretty damn excited. Goldberg, thank you for the $10. You put me in a great mood. Thank you for keeping the donut train running. You guys today have been mega generous. And I want to say blessings to all of you for supporting the channel, man. You guys are helping make this possible. I've decided to dial in more than ever before, doing the 2 streams a day, plus this one, 3 streams a day. If it's not 3 streams in a day, it's a video too. So consistent content, and you guys make this possible. Without you guys, it's not. So I want to thank each and every one of you for the consistent support. I want to get back to the breakdown. Let's talk some betting lines. Now, you can see on your screen generic odds. Actually, the odds are a bit closer. Minus 235 for Sopaj, I'm seeing at Bet Online. Plus 200 for Ricky Turcios. I think there's a real possibility that Benardo Sopaj flatlines Turcios with a big punch. But throwing the hammer down on the knockout bet for Sopaj plus 325. Yes, it's 3-1 odds, a little more than that actually, but I feel as though Sopaj as a parlay piece is just a better option for me because I do believe there's a real possibility that he goes out and wins the decision. Turcios is still relatively durable and fairly crafty. Now, Turcios has been knocked out before, so it's not like the chin hasn't been put out before. One time, he was knocked out by Leo Mano Martinez. You guys remember Leo Mano Martinez? He never was able to get to the UFC at a high level, but he fought in the UFC. He fought Cameron Simon. He fought Brandon Davis, Ronnie Lawrence, Guido Canetti, 2-2. Didn't last in the UFC, but made it. He beat Jose Johnson on the regional scene. I think we're looking at a nice win for Sopaj. Turcios is an Ultimate Fighter veteran, and he won the show. A lot of the times, man, the Ultimate Fighter just producing duds on duds on duds. The best guy we've had from Tough in years is Brian Battle. Trayshawn Gore, I mean, he's from the same season. He looked kind of clean against Tricoli, but then again, Tricoli's trash. Dude, the clock is going to be amazing, bro. I'm excited to start using it. If I'm not perfect with it on the first couple fights of the night, it's just because I'm getting used to it. I'm getting adjusted, man. I'm getting warmed up. You know what I'm saying? I got to get accustomed to being AJ with the clock because, it's not what I'm used to. I didn't always have the clock. Juliana Miller was another terrible tough winner. Yeah. Let me close out the poll. You guys know what the call is. It's Sopaj all day. All day Sopaj. Sopaj's my guy. Another 80% confident pick. So right now, the chat is essentially telling you something, guys. The chat is telling you, hey, 2 locks back to back. 75% confidence rate and up. Very good. I will rate my Sopaj confidence at like 84%. If I have to throw a, mysterious number out, it's pretty damn high. The odds of Turcios winning, I would say close to, 1 in 10. And it would have to be Sopaj gasses. Turcios just steals the last 2 rounds. But I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense in my mind. I don't think it's likely. I don't think it's likely. Check the Venmo, goat. Wow, I'm getting Venmo'd on stream. Venmo is going off on stream. What a fucking blessed day. What a blessed day. The people are coming out in droves tonight. Let me see what I'm looking at. Venmo time. My guy, Xavier. Thank you for the Venmo, brother. Thank you for the Venmo. If you want to Venmo me, it's Antonio-DeVito. Thank you for the 5, big dog. Thank you a lot, man. I appreciate you supporting the channel, supporting the mission, supporting the high quality content, man. You are an absolute gangster. You were sad 30 minutes ago and I made you really happy. Hey, my guy, I'm here to bring joy. It's not just about the fights. It's also about the vibes, man. So I really appreciate you tuning in and supporting, brother. I got you guys, man. The community is tight, man, and it's getting tighter than ever. Now, chat, we're at 76 likes and it's fight number 2. I think we can make some waves. I agree, Lethal Sugar. He said something valuable. This card has a ton of good spots. Doing my best to keep it simple and not overcomplicate shit. I like where your head's at, Lethal. I agree completely. I'm going to throw the poll up for the next fight as we, continue a little bullshitting and bantering. I do feel as though my anticipation for the next fight kind of dwindles a tad. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, being a bit whiny. But this next fight on the card doesn't move the needle for me like the first 2 do. You know what I'm saying? I'll always call down the time, Mike D. Don't worry. Don't worry about a thing. Because every little thing It's gonna be all right now. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, the late night live. The late night live is back in your life. And you guys been begging for it, and here it is. AJ the Musical 2025. Guys, I want to say thank you. We're at 42,338 subscribers. I would like to hit 42,340 subscribers by the end of this stream. So if you enjoy the content a lot, make sure you hit that damn subscribe button. If it's your first time here, bro, you're in for a treat because there's an influx of content. Double a day lives, tight community, savage content. You don't want to miss a thing. The poll is running for fight number 1, and I should probably start doing the same. So let's keep on moving up. Next fight on the card, we have Rinya Nakamura versus Muin Gafurov. So I am going to go with Rinya Nakamura, but I was relatively underwhelmed by his performance against Carlos Vera. I get it. He controlled position kind of well, but I don't know. I just don't feel like he looked great. Now, granted, Vera trains with Ryan Hall and has that very weird jiu-jitsu style, like that awkward nerd jitsu style. Let's tell it how it is. That's the nerd jitsu style. It works in MMA at the lower levels. But once you get to a higher level and you fight explosive athletes with good wrestling, normally it doesn't work all that well. Rinya Nakamura has extremely strong wrestling. He's got okay striking. He has power in his hands, but he doesn't have great technique. Okay. It's not like Rinya Nakamura screams elite boxing. He more screams extreme explosiveness, extreme athleticism, a lot of promise. He's 29 years old. I don't see him as a future top 15 fighter, though. And I don't see Muin Gafurov as a future top 15 fighter either. Now, I've been picking Rinya Nakamura throughout the week, but if you paid close attention and you watched my This Week's Best MMA Bet show and you were interested in what my confident picks were, you notice an absence of Rinya Nakamura. Now, at minus 600, that's saying to the people, essentially, he's a lock, right? Maybe not. Now, Muin Gafurov is flawed. Muin Gafurov got mountained by Kyung Ho Kang last fight, but he still was able to grind out a win. And Kyung Ho Kang has a lot of MMA experience, but losing in grappling sequences to a kickboxer, don't necessarily love it. Rinya Nakamura is super young at 9-0. His wins are against Carlos Vera, who's not good, Fernie Garcia, who's not good, and Toshiyama Kazama, who's not good. He doesn't have any wins over anybody good, and I would caution anybody throwing down heavy change at him as a lock, that maybe he's a bust. Now, as far as his explosiveness, his athleticism, his promise, it's high. But at 5-1 odds, you have a very oversized line that just shouldn't be there. Now, Muin Gafurov, like I said, not hyper elite, but 19-6 as a pro. He's a very experienced veteran. He has a record of 1-2 in the UFC, but his losses are not horrible. John Castaneda, Saeed Nurmagomedov beat Kyung Ho Kang on a gritty decision. Does have the Contender Series loss to Chad and Helliger, and I think that aged kind of bad because Helliger is meh. And Helliger's meh. I think Rinya Nakamura is better than that level. John Lineker lost too, who's an absolute OG savage. People forget that Gafurov was 3-3 in one championship. So he had some like decent MMA level prior to the UFC. It's not like he came from CFFC or, LFA. He came from fighting, in Asia in one of the premier organizations. He was not a champion there. He was not hyper elite there, but he's decent. That's what I'm going to try to press you. He's a decent fighter. I feel like Nakamura is definitely better at wrestling, definitely more explosive and powerful. Should probably be able to win a competitive decision, but the odds do not make sense for what the reality is. When you look at betting lines like a minus 600, for me, it's hard to lay confidence down on a guy who's 3-0 in the UFC against cans. I asked myself this question, and you should ask yourself this question too if you have Nakamura as a parlay piece, because he could potentially be a buster. I'm still picking him. Still above the 50% mark of confidence, but look at the wins. Does Nakamura go out and beat John Castaneda? I'm not sure of that. I'm really not sure of that. I don't think so. I lean no, but maybe he's live. It's a competitive fight. Does he beat Saeed Nurmagomedov? No. Does he beat Kyung Ho Kang? Quite possibly. I would say with the wrestling, it's possible. Does he beat Chad and Helliger? I'd say yes. So as far as competitive level here, it's not like, Nakamura is here and Gafurov is here. I think it's a lot closer to here. There's a lot of experience on the side of Gafurov. So be cautious with an oversaturated line like this because the odds are stupid. They should not be this wide, and I need to put out the cautionary tale. But ultimately, Rinya Nakamura should win the fight. Minus 600 sucks, though. Probably Nakamura by a decision. I think he'll control position and win a gritty decision. That's at minus 135. You really can't make a lot of change throwing down on Rinya Nakamura. And that's what's going to call you to the other side. It's going to be, oh, man. It's going to be, oh, man. Oh, man. Gafurov plus 400. Does he have a chance? I guess. He's not a horrible D-gen dog bet. Nakamura won't be a parlay piece of much for me, maybe in one random one. But ultimately, Gafurov is not like a staple dog. But when you have a 19-6 record, a ton of experience in fighting, you fight a 9-0 prospect. Could he be the prospect buster? Maybe. But he lacks power. He lacks explosiveness. And he lacks athleticism. I've never really watched a fight between Muin Gafurov and anybody and said, yo, I'm impressed by that guy. I'm like, he's not good. Rinya Nakamura, at least he's winning fights. So the pick is going to be Rinya Nakamura. I think that he wins by a decision. I will rate the confidence level in the mid-60s, like a 64, 62, around that range. But for the odds that we have, that's just mismarked. So I will say we're going Rinya Nakamura to win the fight, but not crazy about the lines that we're sitting at. And I don't think any of you disagree. 80% of the people are picking Rinya Nakamura to win, which is not a surprise, really. Is this weird or what? We have back-to-back 80% confidence level picks. Can we get a different number? That's actually crazy. Back-to-back 80% confidence levels. That's just the lucky number of the day. 80% confidence levels. Holy hell. 80%. That's the money move. Hernanov, I forgot the glasses, bro. That's the one thing I forgot. But I put a watch on for you so I look stylish. I put a watch on for you to bring the ultimate vibes, I'm pretty damn excited for the fights. This fight card deserved a late night live breakdown. I needed to sit here and see where everybody's head was at. I had a feeling on a lot of them so far that we'd be in alignment. But as we get to some of the more 50-50 fights, I'm actually really excited to see what the community picks are. So we're going to get ready for the next fight. I just closed out the poll. But listen, I'm in no rush. The late night live, it's 12:17 a.m. I'm in no rush, man. If I got to stream until 5 a.m., I'll do it. This could be a 6-hour show. Don't matter to me. I'll stay up all night. I got no problem with it, man. I don't get tired, bro. I don't get tired. Seriously, I don't really get that tired. I don't know. I'm strange, bro. 2025 changed me, bro. 2025 changed me. The poll is running up for the fight. I'll let you guys start voting. Savage streaming hours. Let's get it. Let's go, Darth Bane. The one thing about the late night live that's always difficult is answering every question in chat. With the regular live streams, bro, I answer everything pretty much. Here, it's a little harder. I like what you're saying, Keith. AJ is going undefeated this week. I am going undefeated this week. Boom, 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 boom. You would argue one ranked fights are lower level than the LFA? I don't know. I still rate it a little higher. If Pérez by sub, yeah, we'll talk about that fight in a minute. Wow, balls on Pérez sub. We can go back and forth on that one, brother. Pérez sub is what the people are thinking? Whoa. Very strange, bro. Everybody on the other side. A lot of people. Wow, Pérez getting a lot of votes early. Pérez getting a lot of votes early. Well, listen, let's keep on running. Let's make some waves. Our next fight on the card, we have Karol Rosa versus Eileen Pérez. I've been picking Karol Rosa, but it seems as though Eileen Pérez is a very popular people's underdog this week. I have been an enjoyer of Karol Rosa fights for a long time. I have been a believer in the Karol Rosa skill set probably for too long because at one point she wasn't as good as she is now. She's got a quality striking game. She's got a very good calf kick, solid boxing. I think her takedown defense will be good enough here for Pérez. Pérez, though she has good grappling skills, and if you watch the last fight, it's like, oh my gosh, You watch the last fight with Eileen Perez. Oh my gosh. Against Zelenzniakova, easy sub. You're thinking to yourself, damn, this is going to be no problem. She can do that to any woman. But go watch the Jocelyn Edwards fights where she's on her back in that fight too. And Edwards is a horrible grappler. Watch the Lucy Pudilova fight. She was 14-8 at the time they fought. Pudilova won the third round. I understand that we have a win streak of 4 straight fights for Eileen Perez, but she has fought nothing but low-level ladies over the last 4. On the flip side, Karol Rosa fought Pani Kianzad and won recently. Lost to Irene Aldana, but actually put up a good performance. I thought that was a good fight. Beat Yana Santos on a competitive decision, and she lost to Norma Dumont. So look at the last 4 fights and compare level of skill. Fighting Norma Dumont, Yana Santos, Irene Aldana, and Pani Kianzad, as compared to Ashley Evans-Smith, Lucy Pudilova, Jocelyn Edwards, and Daria Zelenzniakova, I'd guarantee you Karol Rosa would also be 4-0 against those ladies. When I think about this fight here, I think Rosa is going to have the ability to create space and strike, probably fend off a lot of takedowns. If she is taken down, I see her bursting back up to her feet. I think Rosa is going to do more damage. I see it as a competitive fight, but I think it's the Rosa showcase fight. This is a legitimate step up in competition for Eileen Perez. It's a big step up in competition. And I understand the chat all wants to see it. We're all picking Perez, the whole chat. Everybody wants to see her twerk. I get it. I understand. I get it. But in all actuality, when you look at this fight, to me, I see Rosa with a massive experience and striking skill set edge. And then I see Perez, who though has good grappling, maybe a tad bit overrated, tad bit overhyped. And I'm not ready to say she wins. And you know what? This fight right here, if Perez does win, I'm glad you guys will get your twerk. But I think best bet is she twerks up between rounds. I think Rosa's going to do damage. Rosa's got amazing calf kicks. I agree. She's going to chew up the legs of Perez. I like the 80s when you had a bookie that would take your friend's bets and then your friends suddenly moved away. That's a classic time, bro. That's a classic time. You know what? I like the modern era better. The nudes are whack. That's funny. I didn't know she had leaks, Darth Bane. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Eileen Perez is a character. She be twerking post-fight and you see a kid in the audience. I'm like, hey, whatever makes you happy. God bless you. God bless you. I want to look at the odds. Karol Rosa minus 250, Perez plus 210. Karol Rosa to win a decision is the official pick, as yours will be, as mine will be. Minus 135. Karol Rosa's winning a decision. Yeah, the poll is close. I'm going to let some more people get their votes in. I'm going to have a little bit of a sip of some Alani. Shout out to them. And then we'll get back to the savagery. But we're chilling for a moment. It's a beautiful stream. Oh, oh, it's a beautiful stream. Perez, rinse and repeat takedown. She's like not a Dagestan wrestler. I think she's overrated right now. Her level is not as high as she's being given credit. Her level is not as high as she's being given credit. She's good, but she ain't that good. I don't believe it. I don't think so. Nah. I don't believe this shit. Eileen Perez is taking everything I worked for, motherfucker. I think Karol Rosa should win the fight, but the people in the chat seemingly disagree. Let me close out the poll. No, this is not Red Bull. This is Alani. And I don't even drink that much of it a day. I've had one. This is my first one of the day. I had a pre-workout earlier with like about 200 milligrams of caffeine. Bro, I don't even have that much caffeine. I have an Alani in the evening or a Celsius. I have a light pre-workout before I go to the gym, and I have a coffee in the morning. I don't really have that much caffeine. There's this kid I was talking to at the gym. He's like, yeah, bro, about 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day. I'm like, you're wild, bro. Respect. Yeah, I like to start my day off with the reins. He said he's starting the day with the reins. If you see me off the reins, I go crazy. I'm like, you start your day with that shit, bro? Give me a fucking pot of coffee. I'm good. I don't need that rain shit. What the fuck? Some people is built a little different, bro. Listen, hey, chat. I'm just a chill guy, you know? I'm just a chill guy. That's it. I'm just a chill guy. Yeah, the rain's crazy. You guys know my experience of those rains is crazy. I just don't like to go above the 500 mark. They say that's not great. I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Hopefully everybody's doing good. The poll is closed. The fight pick is put in. I'm going to throw the poll up for our next fight. Community all picking Karol Rosa. And she's a minus 250 favorite. Pérez plus 210. Decision win likely minus 135, though. It sucks. That sucks. I'm going to throw the poll up for the next one, which is a new look fight. This fight was not on the initial breakdown of the week, and we'll talk more about it tomorrow. I'm actually really excited to talk about this fight after the weigh-ins, but still got to have some banter on this one, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys are thinking about this next one. But we did just hit 100 likes, and you guys know my personality. I stick to my promises. I promised you guys I would do a Ripskis at 100 likes, so I want to thank you all for the 100 likes, and I have to bless my people with the rip. Okay, we're going to do it all together, maybe. If you're watching at home, maybe you're ripping. You might be thinking to yourself, you watch this for the first time, bro, you talking fights, you doing rips too? I'm a different level, brother. I'm a different breed. I'm a different animal, bro. I'm half human, bro. I'm above human. I'm like, savage psychosis, I guess you could call it. Let's do a Ripski chat. Shout out to everybody watching. I love each and every one of you. And let's make waves. Let's make waves. Let's make waves. CBD lion. The CBD lion, bro. It's all CBD, man. The CBD lion going. The CBD lion bringing thunder. Oh. Who wants to see me shadow box tonight? You guys interested in a shadow box? Who wants it? Who wants it? I'll do it, but I got to make you guys work for it. I'm not doing an easy shadow box tonight. You want a shadow box? 200 likes. 200 likes on the live. I think that is quite possible. With over 200 people watching, it could happen like that. 200 likes on the stream, and the thunder will be running. And bro, my back is cramping. You know how bad I'm going to cramp after I shadow box? I'm sacrificing my well-being for you guys. You understand that? I'm sacrificing my well-being. Holy shit. All right. Let's keep running Savage Mode USA in this hole. Next fight on the card, we have Zachary Reese versus Azamat Bekoev. So I initially picked Zach Reese, but something inside of me is telling me, bro, be careful with this one. Because then I accidentally flipped to Bekoev, and it started making a lot of sense to me. Seeing Jose Medina land a takedown on Reese, and I get it, Reese was having striking success, but he's still a bit of a developing guy, maybe even relatively flawed. I feel as though Reese has got to be a low confidence pick. And I don't know if I want to throw down at plus 170, even with Bekoev on the other side at minus 200. I'm feeling very 50-50 in this fight. And what I need to make me really feel strong towards jumping to one side or the other is I need to see those weigh-ins. I need to see the face-off. I need to feel the energy. I don't know what a Bekoev looks like in a UFC face-off. I don't know what he looks like in any UFC scenario, right? Yeah, we've seen him at the lower levels. He's beating Budka by a split decision. That's not a great look. Reese got slammed pretty bad by Cody Brundage. It's a worrisome call for me. I feel like the low confidence Reese call is danger zone. And I'm telling you, for the DGen parlay I did last night, I accidentally put Bekoev on there, but then I said, well, it was destiny. I'm not taking him off. So I take it almost as the universe telling me, bro, bet the other side. So let's talk about dynamics of the matchup, right? Reese has the pure kickboxing edge from range. Bekoev's not an awful striker. He's got decent little overhands. He's a bit awkward on the inside. He is a tad bit stiff, and I can see Reese with the strike speed advantage landing effectively. When I look at Bekoev on the ground, I think he has a decent wrestling pressure game, but he's dealing with the Zach Reese who has tricky jiu-jitsu, but I don't know about his takedown defense. I don't rate it as high as maybe some will. He looked awesome against Julian Marquez, and then he beat Jose Medina on a decision, but I can't get the vision of him getting taken down out of my head. He looked awkward on the feet at times. And like, I don't know, man. He's just a worrisome prospect. We might be looking at a red flag right here with Reese. I feel as though I will wait till tomorrow to make the official pick flip. But in a sense, I've already pick flipped to Bekoev, put him in the D-Gen call. This is one of those weird ones. Normally I have a pick and it's locked in and like I'm in. I'm all in. I worry about Reese's chin. I worry about his takedown defense. Bekoev on the other side, better takedowns, better gas, more experience. Shorter though. Coming in on short notice. Why is it that I have this hunch towards Bekoev, but then I look at Zach Reese and I'm like, yo, this dude's built like a fucking all-American savage. This is a worrisome fight for Reese. He was supposed to be fighting Dumas, who's a kickboxer. Now he's fighting a guy that can wrestle. Reese is a big concern, man. I feel like Bekoev can get him. I feel like it's a battle of, mid-level prospects. Worrisome call. So initially it's Reese. I feel as though the weigh-ins will tell me my answer. I guess I'll slightly lean. I feel like I'm 50-50. I gotta make a decision right now. Guys, I'm going to do a 10-second countdown, and I'm just going to decide which side am I going for. Which side am I going for? And honestly, I'm normally the most confident motherfucker. But with this fight here, I'm playing with fire. The universe is telling me pick Bekoev. Initially, I was going to go Reese. I got to study it more. I'm studying more tomorrow. That's the only thing I get for myself. We're going 10 seconds. Okay? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am going to pick Azamat Bekoev as a pick flip. It just makes sense to me. That's what I'm going to go with right now. Could I end up flip-flopping again? Maybe. This fight right here, I'm calling it an unofficial fight. You know what's crazy, though? I'm pissed because I was confident Reese was going to strangle Cedric Dumas, and I was ready to bet the sub. I had that in my plans for the week, throwing that as one of my favorite props of the night. But nope. Nope. Doesn't happen that way. Because the game is crazy. The game is crazy, bro. The game is crazy. I'm looking at you guys in chat. RJ's, I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. How you been? How you been? Reese is 51% of the picks. It's so 50-50. This is the essence of a fight that you're playing with fire. Minus 192 Bekoev, plus 167 Reese. I'm going to tell you this. My real pick is I do think it's live to go over a round and a half at minus 180. I think we could be looking at a 3-round fight between these two. Very interesting. Very interesting. Closing the poll at 50-50. That's the way to do it. Closing the poll at 50-50. And even Stevens call. Bekoev and Reese, 50-50 line. Nobody can get a lead ahead. Isn't that crazy? Wow, 50-50 line, bro. That's something else. Bekoev and Reese at 50%. Wow. 50%. 50-50. Even fight. Even fight according to the people. That's really big. That's really big. An even fight then. Do you take the dog? Or is that an untrustworthy dog? This is one of those fights on the card where it's like, shit. Because Bekoev's also in my D-Gen call, I think he's going to end up winning. I think the universe is on my side. Halftime, I've had about 2 of them ever. 2 of them ever. 50-50s. AJ's the GOAT, bro. Congrats on 40K, and it feels good to be back. Thank you, RJ's. We're closing in on 43,000 subscribers, man. We're making waves up in here. And I'm bringing the thunder back with the late night live. I'm happy to have it here. I'm happy to be bringing it. Constant streams all day. Streams all day long, bro. And this is a banger Thursday night show. I think it's a letdown if I don't do this. Especially because talking about the fights live with you guys is also fun for me to run through it again and just feel the vibes as I speak on it live, you know, and see what you guys say. Very interesting. Very interesting fight. Bekoev called my name. Bekoev screaming, AJ, bet me, brother. Put me in parlay. You will win. Smash the guy. Easy money. Brother, trust me. I Russian fighter. Trust me, brother. I Russian guy. I EV. Trust me, brother. I'm like, all right. You got it, Azamat. I'm doing it. Fuck it. You're in the D-Gen parlay. I did it. It is what it is. I'm doing it, bro. You're calling my... I understand. Bro, I hear you, bro. I hear you, Bekoev. Chill. Chill, Bekoev. Bekoev's in my ear, bro. I can't get this motherfucker out. I'm betting him down. I'm betting the house on him. That's it. Bekoev's haunting me, man. Can't get the fucking sound out of my ear of his accent. Brother, tell me bet the guy. He's in my fucking dreams telling me bet on him. What the fuck, man? Bekoev, can you chill? Fucking God. I'm losing my mind here. I'm losing my mind on stream. I'm live so often. I'm losing my mind on stream. I'm going so live all day long. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. If everyone liked, we'd have 250 likes. Yeah, that'd be crazy. If everyone liked, we'd already hit 200. The goal is 200 likes on stream, and I bring the shadow box out. A little bit of a back pump, no problem. I smashed the shadow. Yeah, this is my third stream of the day. Stream number 3, man. I'm live every afternoon and every evening, but this is obviously a special edition show. Boom. I'm so excited for the fight companion, too. You love the live fight discussion. Can't wait for the companion. Hey, let's go, Hollow Heretic, my guy. I already got the poll up for the next one, and it's another one that's pretty close early on. I'm excited for this. I'm going to take a sip of some water, though. I'm going to drink some water. Let me take a sip. Yeah, bro, you can stream as much as you want on YouTube. You can stream as much as you want. We need a late night live every pay-per-view. I think so, too, KZ. I think I'm going to do it for all of the good cards. I'm not going to do it for a shiesty Apex card unless I'm really in the mood and you guys beg me for it. But for the good cards, definitely got to do it because the late night live is a special vibe. You like how I changed the title around a little and I switched the thumbnail. If you watch the old ones, you knew that thumbnail was out of date. I had to step it up. I had to bring something better. I had to upgrade it for the modern era of the channel. All right. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Let's get ready. I'm getting warmed up for this next fight. I'm getting loose and limber because this next fight I'm about to go crazy on. All right. Next fight on the card is Grant Dawson versus Diego Ferreira. You don't know who I'm picking yet? I'm picking Diego Ferreira. But first, before we break it down, is Diego Ferreira's birthday on fight day. During the fight companion, as he makes his walkout, I think we should all band together and sing him a happy birthday and give him some blessings as he enters that cage. Because I think he needs the support of the people behind him. I think Diego Ferreira's got a live chance to win this fight. I will tell you why. I have watched a lot of Diego Ferreira, and what I love about his style is his get-up ability. He does get taken down, but he has good jiu-jitsu and he has a really good get-up game. On top of that, he actually has like relentless boxing pressure and throws nice straight punches. Grant Dawson's a good pressure wrestler, but his boxing skills are relatively mid at best, maybe trash, like clunky on the feet, looks stiff. He looks like a grappler striking, a grappler that's learned striking, but he's not comfortable striking. And I'd say he's like rudimentary with the striking style, very simple on the feet, lacks any craftiness, lacks power for sure. What does Grant Dawson have? Takedown ability, control ability, ground and pound skills. For sure, he's got those. His chin is also a massive question mark, big question mark around his chin. Look at Grant Dawson get chinned by Bobby Green. It wasn't this thunderous overhand. It was a straight shot and he crumbled. Look at him get KO'd by Hugh Poley on the regional scene. Some elbows to the side and he goes out. Grant Dawson doesn't have a good chin, and he's dealing with a very good anti-wrestler, albeit an aging anti-wrestler. On fight day, a 40-year-old anti-wrestler. But I think Diego Ferreira still got some savage in him. He went tooth and nail with Mateusz Rembeszki, came out on top. He slept Michael Johnson clean. His power is real. His ground skills are real. You look at the loss to Gamrot, it's not like he was getting blitzed out the gym. He wasn't getting taken down every second. He was getting pressured and put in uncomfortable positions, ends up tapping because his rib breaks, but he put up a good fight. I'm going with Diego Ferreira for the upset knockout. Wrestlers do good against boxers. That's the thing, though. Diego Ferreira is no traditional boxer. He's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter who's developed tricky boxing, awkward and uncomfortable boxing flow. And I feel as though Grant Dawson is simply too flawed in his stand-up game to avoid a clean shot. Unless his grappling skills are levels above of Diego Ferreira's, who's got good jiu-jitsu, who's legit black belt. then I think Grant Dawson potentially gets slept in the second or third round here. And I am going to pick the underdog, Diego Ferreira, at plus 200. I think he can win this fight. Grant Dawson at minus 236. Now looking at prop betting, Diego Ferreira by KO sits all the way up at plus 500. Submission for Ferreira at plus 800. Simple inside distance for Ferreira still gets you good plus money at plus 425. Now, do you want to round bet it? Ferreira wins in round 2 plus 1,400. Ferreira wins in round 3 plus 2,000. I like him in the second or third round. I think TKO is going to be my official call, but couldn't you see him clubbing and subbing Dawson? Diego Ferreira is an underrated veteran. He's 10-5 in the UFC. He's been in the UFC, it feels like forever, since 2014. He's got a win over Anthony Pettis. He's beaten Rustam Khabilov, who was a Dagestan savage at one point. Oliver Abin Mercier, who became a dominant PFL champ. Jared Gordon, who's still on the roster. Mirabek Tusamunov, who just never lived up to the hype. Losses to Benil Dariush, Gregor Gillespie, Matauja, Gamrot, but competitive with Gamrot. Poirier dusted him. But his losses are really not all that bad. And he also lost against the scary Gregor Gillespie before he lost his desire to fight. I think Diego Ferreira's got a live chance. And I have very, very, very real questions about the durability of Grant Dawson. So we're going for Diego Ferreira. We're going for the savage Brazilian underdog in this one. Let's do it. Let's do it. The poll decides everything. Dawson is 51%. Close money poll. A lot of people like the dog this week. A lot of people love the underdog this week. I like those odds. For a dog that I'm backing, and also you guys are relatively confident, because this is literally almost an even Stevens line, I like it a lot. Dawson is the Phil Hawes of lightweight. Insane skill set, but you can sit him down with a jab. He's not getting my money. Pass fight. Respect on that, Paco. Yeah, I don't think Dawson is a great play. Even if you don't like Diego Ferreira, you got to worry about Dawson's durability. Bro, your hairstyle is dope. Thank you, Christian MMA. I appreciate it. I've been growing my hair out for a long time now. Few years, bro. The aura has gone up a ton since I grew my hair out as opposed to the young me. The young me on camera with the buzz cuts. Now we got the flow, man. You got to take advantage of your fucking locks. That's my mentality. Take advantage of the curls, bro. Curly McGee, bro. AJ Curly McGee. Age you experts, baby. Let's go. Shabbat shalom. Aura maxing. Yeah, bro. Grow your hair, gym. I got to get leaner, though. I got to get a bit leaner, guys. I do. I look pretty good, though. I got good size. Good size here. Good size. Good size in the arms. Good size in the delts. The muscles are looking solid. But starting next month, I'd like to lose some fat. I got to trim it. I got to trim around the midsection. Thoughts on Dana saying that LA was fired up at the press conference? Optimally, he wouldn't have said that, but I don't think it was with ill intent. Your curls go afro mode instead of hanging. Yeah, I got that Jerry curl look, man. That's great. I always avoided growing my hair, and it was like curly when I was younger, but I feel like my curls hit me a little later, like 20s. It's like, oh, damn, they really lock. I'm the Italian 260 Bradley Martin. Let's fucking go, brother. We bulking now for me. Yeah, I'm on bulk season. Dude, that VR boxing, you love it. I'm about to buy the VR boxing just for shits and gigs, bro. You hype it up a lot, Big Sky Fishing. I feel like it'd be fun to use. What does it cost if you get the whole setup? $300? I got 300. We'll see. After this weekend, big W weekend, we'll cop it, bro. I'm going to throw the poll up for the next fight. I'm going to throw the poll up for the next fight. Poll is up. It's another short notice fight. You're going to get Jack 2026, Tom Hardy. Let's go, Nunes, uncle. VR boxing stream would be crazy, man. That'd be fucking crazy. I might have to do it. I might have to do it. We'll see. Maybe. It's a possibility. I got to drink some water, man. I got to drink some water. This is stream 3 of the day, bro. Bear with me. You know what I'm saying? This is the big boy. The big one. The big one. This is the late night live. All right, let's keep running. Let's jump to our next fight on the card. We have Bogdan Guskov versus Billy Elikana. I've been picking Bogdan Guskov. Elikana stepping in on short notice. And from what I've seen from him through the PFL fights, I feel as though he has, I don't know, relatively average skills, decent stand-up, I guess. Decent striking from range, kind of slick, not super explosive, not super powerful. I don't know. He kind of lacks any outstanding quality from what I saw. He has decent takedowns. Now, the biggest flaw around Bogdan Guskov is he is kind of bad with takedown defense, but his submission defense against Span was okay. But Volkan Ozdemir did sub him up, which is not a great look that Volkan Ozdemir is subbing you up. But thinking of this fight, I've been picking Guskov because his boxing is better. His power is real. If it's a 3-round fight, he could still outstrike Elikana and drop him and hurt him. Should be in better shape with Elikana coming in on short notice. I have to favor Bogdan Guskov to beat Elikana. I think he's got a pretty good chance to pull through. I do. I don't know why Elikana is listed at 185 by ESPN, because his fights, at least his last three fights, light heavyweight. His most recent loss, which was 2022 to Daniel Compton, he was at middleweight, and he lost actually by split decision. And what was a big upset? He was a minus 600 favorite. He's a Samoan prospect, and obviously Samoa is a place that has, gave us some savage strikers. There's been some badass fighters coming from Samoa, but I just feel as though I have to favor Bogdan Guskov. Too explosive with his hands, too much pressure, too much speed, too clean with it. Bogdan Guskov probably is going to win the fight. Something about Guskov that you have to note, he's a very accurate striker. Yo, shout out Paku MMA. 12 months, late night live, back is legendary. Blindly picking the Polynesian in this one because he's got a big Islander head like mine. Smash. He does got a big Islander head, Paku. Yo, isn't that crazy? We've had members for a year now. Shout out to Paku. 1 year of membership on the channel. He's an absolute gangster who's always in chat. A hardcore, savage subscriber and member. Paku, massive W. And isn't that ironic, though, that the day you have your 12-month anniversary, I guess, with the members, the 12-month mark, I bring the late night live back. That's pretty interesting. I don't know. That's like blessed timing, man. So shout out to you, Paku. And Paku was always telling me, yo, bro, bring the late night live back. Bring it back. Trust me, bring it back. And I'm glad that we're bringing it back. Now, I'm going to go with Bogdan Guskov to win the fight. I feel like there's a good chance that his hands are on display. I think he's live to finish Elikana, though Elikana has not been knocked out before. If he has that true iron chin, this fight could get interesting. But I was going to pick Bogdan Guskov over Johnny Walker. Now I'm going to pick against him with Billy Elikana. I don't think so. Guskov's a chalky favorite at minus 335 with Elikana sitting at plus 275. Now, when you look at some other things here, you can go Guskov TKO. No, you can't. Minus 150. This sucks. Betting this fight sucks. Does Elikana have the chin to go over a round and a half? If you believe in Polynesian fighters' chins, if you believe in the Samoan head shape as a factor into durability, it is. Plus 105 for an over 1.5. Maybe that's your money call for this fight. Maybe that's the one. But I have to go Bogdan Guskov to win. Just the odds suck. He's minus 350 and the knockout prop at minus 150. There's not much savagery that we really can put together with that one, unfortunately. But all good. All good. Still a fight. Still interesting. And I'm excited to tune in. I think violence is imminent between these two. And the pick is Bogdan Guskov over the developing fighter in Elikana. We're going to learn everything about Elikana in this fight. We haven't seen enough. We need an intro song to the ultimate lunchtime stream, AJ. I will try and create one. I'll do it. Okay. The lunchtime live, bro. That's becoming the true fan favorite of the people. The late night live, the lunchtime live. Those are my two most loved shows, I think. I think Anthony Smith's doppelganger is better than the prime version of Anthony Smith, at least this current version. Bogdan cracks Walker, pulled out. Motherfucker ain't injured. Guskov trains with his brother. He didn't want the Guskov smoke, probably because his brother's like, dog, this guy's an animal. Don't fight him. And if Bogdan Guskov lives up to the hype, he should be the first guy to chin Elikana in violent fashion. We got more fights, man. We're actually closing in on the feature prelim. We're not there yet. We're currently at 138 likes. Guys, before we get to the main card, I think we at least got to run it up to 150 likes. At least. At least. Better option would be we run it up to 150 likes right now. But 150 likes by the end of the stream, that's doable too. That's worthwhile as well. Or by at least by the end of the prelims, actually. For the end of the stream, dog, if you want the shadow box, we got to go 200 likes. 200, 2-zip, 200, 200, 200, brother. We got to go 200. Bana, bana, bana. I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. All I want is my people to run the likes up to 150. The shadow boxing's ready. I'm prepared to rip some savage combos. Smash the like button. Yeah, yeah. I'm taking a mental intermission. That's why I'm singing, all right? I'm getting myself in rhythm and ready to roll. We got a lot of fights left to talk about, but it's time to move on up. The poll is already in the chat. Let's jump to the next fight on the card. We have Jailton Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. My pick in this fight has to be Jailton. Jailton's grappling is slick. He's stronger and more athletic than Spivak. I know Spivak's got good wrestling and good submissions, and he's got an armbar win over Marcin Tybura last fight, which was actually surprising. But, like, let's not forget he got taken down. Is Jailton Almeida landing that same takedown, giving up an armbar? I doubt it. I think Jailton Almeida can do good work from top position. I think he can move well on the ground. I think he's going to be pretty fast at shooting in on takedowns. And I think Spivak is going to have a hard time dealing with the top pressure of Jailton. Spivak's got good offensive grappling, but I definitely can see him put on his back in this fight and controlled. Now, I understand. You'll say, oh, but he's not bad off his back. He got a sub over Tybura. Yeah, but it's Marcin Tybura. I don't see that happening here. I think realistically in this fight, Jailton Almeida with a superior jiu-jitsu game and physicality is going to be able to get Spivak to the ground, probably jump his back and lock up a submission. I think he's very live to get a finish by sub. So the official pick is going to be Jailton Almeida to win by submission. I like Spivak a lot, but at the end of the day, I don't think he can deal with the grappling prowess on the other side with Jailton Almeida. I don't think so, bro. Now, as far as recent opponents, Jailton Almeida win over Romanov easily. He did lose to Curtis Blades, but Curtis Blades is pretty dangerous still. And I get it. He looked bad in that fight and lost. But at the end of the day, he fought like an idiot. He got TKO'd against the cage. He was just spamming takedowns. Blades was too good at wrestling. Blades definitely got more devastating power than Spivak, though. The Derek Lewis win was boring, but still a clean win. He subbed Rosenstruik easily, beat up Abdul Rakhimov. Now for Spivak, he's got the win over Tybura, but before that, he got the shit kicked out of him by Cyril Gane. Then before that, he made easy work of Derek Lewis. To be fair, Spivak's win over Derek Lewis was a lot more impressive because of how fast it was than Jailton Almeida's. Nonetheless, I think Jailton Almeida in this matchup thrives. I believe in his jiu-jitsu game, and I think it's enough to get rid of Spivak. So the call is going to be submission. I'm going to pick Jailton Almeida to lock up a sub. You're dealing with a big heavyweight with an overinflated line, minus 412 for Jailton Almeida. Sergey Spivak sitting at plus 312. Now looking towards Jailton via submission. What's Jailton by submission? Plus 135. Jailton by decision, plus 350. The call has got to be Jailton Almeida to win. I think he's going to control using grappling. I do think he finds the kill with the grappling. I think he locks up the sub. And I think Jailton Almeida is a relatively good pick. What do you guys think, chat? I see a lot of people not trusting Jailton. You like sub, but Moneyline City. becomes a parlay only piece as wide as it is. No way, round one. You think round one sub, or it's not happening in round one? You like Spivak for the upset? The issue with picking Spivak for the upset is he doesn't have much power. He's not known for it. Sergey Spivak's game, not known for big power shots, more ground and pound. Does have good ground and pound, to be fair, and is definitely the best version of himself ever. But I feel like Jailton Almeida finds a way. I'm damn excited to see this fight, though. And we'll find out who brings the thunder. I'm going to go Jailton Almeida to win. Spivak is good on top, not on bottom. Exactly, I'm on her. I got the same mentality. I'm going to close out the poll for this one. I think we've talked enough about this fight here. I want to start moving towards the big fights. Jailton sub is the call. You're on to it, AJ. Thank you, Paku, my guy. All right. Poll is up. No, it's not. Poll is down. Results are up. Jailton's at 82%. 82% for Jailton. He's way ahead. He's way ahead, bro. It's not competitive. It's not close at all. Up next is actually the feature prelim. We're starting to make some damn progress tonight. Look at that. We're closing in on our feature prelim of the night. Guys, we're at 148 likes, which makes us just 52 likes away from hitting 200 likes during the stream, which is going to be the goal. And I think for the comeback of the late night live and the 2025 debut, 200 likes while I'm live is deserved. So make sure you guys smash the likes. I hope you guys are all enjoying. I enjoy the show, and I'm happy to be bringing you guys the thunder back with the live breakdown. If Spivak wins, he submits Jailton. I think maybe a TKO ground and pound of a tired Jailton would be a possibility. What's up, Tanis? What's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. People know what's up this stream. Yeah, this stream's lit as hell, Ron Log. This stream's lit as hell, man. 42,340 subscribers. We hit the goal. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. I deserve 1 billion likes. What a gem. Hey, do that Atomic Ripsky. I'll give you a Ripsky shadow box at 200. Almeida could get a first round sub. I'll quickly read that line off while we're still hanging out at this fight. Submission win for Jailton is plus 135. There we go. First round submission win. We're looking at plus 275. And if you just want to go first round win, plus 150. Jailton should get it done. I'm picking him. You're picking him. We're picking him. The community is picking Jailton Almeida. The next fight, I expect very little disagreement in this next fight. So let's run it up to it. We have Peyton Talbott versus Raoni Barcelos, which essentially seems like a setup fight. This is a squash match where Peyton Talbott should completely thrive and shine. I mean, the odds of him losing to Barcelos, I would say on the relatively low side. Looking at Peyton Talbott's striking, I would rate it as a high level. His slickness on the feet is pretty damn natural, right? Like obviously he trains, but he's got a very good natural eye for striking, and he has natural timing on his punches, similar to what you see certain guys have, like a Sean O'Malley, like a McGregor. I'm not comparing them to the two per se, but at the end of the day, Peyton Talbott is a precise puncher with really clean skill set. On the opposite side, you have a really aging Raoni Barcelos who's sitting at 37 years of age. It's actually mismarked on fight odds at 39. They need to get that changed. He's 37 years of age. I would say he's decent still with his grappling pressure onslaught and his relatively good Muay Thai style striking. But in all actuality, Peyton Talbott should be way too crafty on the feet. And I just don't think Raoni Barcelos has a high caliber chance to get him to the ground. Now, the odds reflect complete dominance. It's minus 1,100 for Talbott, with Barcelos at plus 725. Now, when I look at some recent opponents, I see Barcelos versus Christian Quinones win. Low caliber win. Losses to Kyler Phillips and Umar Nurmagomedov. Not awful losses, but 2 years ago, he was starched by Umar Nurmagomedov. win over Trevin Jones, who's not good, and then a loss to Victor Henry. The recent wins for Barcelos over the last 2-ish years have been pretty low caliber guys. Now, Peyton Talbott coming off of an easy win over Giannis Gamori. To be fair, Gamori sucks. Fight before that, he absolutely beat the shit out of Cameron Simon. That's an impressive win. In his debut against Nick Aguirre, he was put in some compromised spots on the ground in round 1. But I think that his game is pretty well versed. I think his striking's on point. I think Barcelos is going to be too slow, too old, too short. And I think he's getting chinned. I think the Brazilian's going to bed. I think Peyton Talbot's going to look slick. Now, I saw Peyton Talbot shaved his head, and I feel like he lost some aura doing that. I hope he goes out and has a great performance and like builds it back up. The odds for this fight, like I said, super wide. So where can you find value? Talbot by KO is minus 175. That's not really valuable, but it's very possible. Talbot by KO in round 1 plus 250. Okay. Talbot by KO in round 2 plus 350. Maybe. The pick is Peyton Talbot. The pick is Talbot to win by knockout. I'll presume it's in the first 2 rounds, but, you got to pick between the two. The odds are not that good. He's a disgustingly wide money line favorite at minus 1,100. You can't do much with odds that wide on the money line, but at the end of the day, is what it is. It's how the game goes. He deserves to be this big of a favorite because, bro, it's a setup. I think that's the issue with Barcelos, Paco, is exactly, yes, he in his prime definitely has a skill set to give Talbot trouble, but as slow as he is in this modern era, I can't help but see a counter shot KO for Talbot. So Peyton Talbot's the call all day. Let's sip the Alani again. Alani's on deck. Alani's on deck. What the heck? Alani's on deck. AJ the Alani man. Yo man, I'm the Alani man. Bana. 80 something percent on Talbot. I'm surprised it's not 99%. Oh my God. First or second round at minus 120 is pretty good. If you have that available, I think that's live. Very live. Barcelos is getting counter shot KO'd. I can't see it happening any other way. Counter shot KO, gets his ass whooped. The young gun is too clean with it. Yeah. I really think the young gun is way too clean with it. Too slick, too elusive, too powerful, and too precise. This should be a vile mismatch, okay? That's what I think is going to happen. Also, chat, we're at 160 likes. We're making progress. 40 likes away from the late night live like goal of 200 likes. And listen, I'll bring the shadow box thunder, bro. I'm getting ready to go. That shadow keeps talking shit. That shadow's in my ear worse than Bekoev. I'm ready to drop some fucking hammers on it. It's pissing me off, shadow. The shadow's getting me fucking irritated. I'm getting angry at it. I'm getting upset with this fucking shadow. I'm getting mad at it. Oh. Let's keep making moves. That was the feature prelim. We're already in the main card. God damn, the Ritter's ugly. All right, let's keep running. Hold on. Give me a second. Bum. The Ritter is, I'll say it during the breakdown. I don't want to roast him now because, somebody will miss it because I didn't say it during the breakdown. Say, can you see by the dawn's early light? There's always one on every card who should definitely win, but doesn't. Who's it going to be? I don't think that it's going to be Peyton Talbot. 37 is not old at all. Barcelos just looks old. He's got an old aura, man, but 37 is young as fuck. I guess it's not young as fuck at bantamweight, but relatively speaking, it's pretty young. All right, I'm ready to jump to the main card. If you guys are watching and you haven't, smash the likes. If you're new, subscribe. We got Kevin Holland versus Reinier de Ridder to start off the pay-per-view. The pick for me has got to be Kevin Holland. I think Reinier de Ridder is overrated. He's got good grappling skills for sure, and he was in ONE FC doing well, and he has decent wins there. But my God, he has a terrible habit of closing the distance with his chin fully in the air, straight up, and looking for the single collar clinch. I don't get the logic of that single collar attack. It just seems kind of minimally effective, but putting yourself in a maximal damage position. I'm like so confused. The way that he moves is strange. Kevin Holland is very clean with his boxing. He's got legit power in his hands. He's explosive and fast. He's pretty smooth with it as far as his striking game goes. Holland's important to note. He's got good reflexes. Holland's athleticism, important to note. He's faster, obviously, than the Ritter. On the opposite side, you got a Reina de Ritter who's very good on the ground. Depends what Kevin Holland shows up. These are Hernanov said. He said, Kevin dialed? I don't know. I want to watch Kevin Holland on the Jackson podcast tomorrow. I'll make a mission to watch that probably sometime in the day tomorrow and see if there's any chinks in the armor. But at the end of the day, I like the chances for Kevin Holland to catch Reina de Ritter with a punch in the feet. De Ritter's got good grappling, but that's about it. His striking is pretty bad. He's not hyper elite in wrestling, and it's not like Kevin Holland is getting subbed up in every fight. Sure, he's lost by submission to Hamza or Brendan Allen, but normally he's relatively tough to put away on the floor. I think that Kevin Holland lands some precise punches on the feet. A counter shot KO is live. I am going to pick Kevin Holland. I don't think Reina de Ritter is all that good. I think de Ritter has good pressure and good clinch work, and he's good with his jiu-jitsu, but he's clunky on the feet. And I would say he's very vulnerable to a Kevin Holland counter shot. And I don't think he deserved to be there. When he was on the stage, how fucking out of place did he look? Reina de Ritter did not fit in on the UFC stage. I'm telling you, he looked uncomfortable. He's red as a fucking tomato. He's redder than me when I'm fucking yelling on stream. Red as a tomato, he's sitting there. I'm like, Reina de Ritter, I don't think he's supposed to be there, brother. Kevin Holland made for this shit. De Ritter wants to party with LA. He wants to go have fun. And Kevin Holland said it to him at the presser. You can still party after you get knocked out. And I think that Kevin Holland is going to dust Reina de Ritter. Stop it with this de Ritter hype. He's not good. I don't believe in him. And I think Kevin Holland is going to do work. I think Kevin Holland's going to unload some big combos. Holland's fighting for money, for sure. But if he's about his bread, he put his fucking work in for this fight. Last one, losing to Dvalishvili, doesn't matter. Dvalishvili, higher ranked guy in the middleweight division, and Holland shouldn't have even been in that big of a fight anyways, as far as rankings go. This one, brother, you got to pray, God, have Kevin Holland dialed in. Because if Kevin Holland is dialed in, he will embarrass Reina de Ritter. You can't lose this fight if you want to make money in the fight game. Because right now, the contract that he's on, there's still the possibility of him being a contender fighting in the rankings. You lose this one, next contract, so you lost to Reina de Ritter, he might be going to GFL. I don't think they'll let him go. But you see what I'm saying? They're going to pay him a lot less. Nah, Kevin Holland, he better show up for this fight. I think he's gonna, and I think Kevin Holland's going to beat the shit out of de Ritter. Outstriking him, piecing him up on the feet, dropping some hammers home, and getting a knockout. Now, the odds have Holland as a slight underdog, minus 104 for Kevin Holland. De Ritter at minus 116, bro. The call is Holland all day. Holland to let the hands fly. Plus 210. Plus 210. Listen, let me tell you something with Kevin Holland. I don't think it's a bad money line. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad as my hair is getting in my face here. Shabbat shalom. Oh, my hair is getting in my face here. Brother, Kevin Holland, if he doesn't win, it's over for him. You see what I'm saying? Like the Kevin Holland hype train dies here forever if he loses. His losses are against Dvalishvili, against Jack Della, against Michael Venom Page, against Wonder Boy, right? Recent losses are forgivable. Derek Brunson, Vittori back in the day. Kevin, 200K for show. Same for W. At the end of the day, bro, next contract takes this L. I don't know what he'll be making. I think Kevin Holland's going to look good in this fight. And I think he can beat Reina de Ritter. I think he's going to knock him out. I'm going Kevin Holland for the dub. Kevin Holland to take the W home. It's the way that we all got to run it. Please have faith. Please have faith, brother. Please, brother. Smash the guy. Have faith. Kevin Holland from Dagestan, brother. As long as he can stop some takedowns. He made a joke about it. Yo, can we not shoot takedowns to the 3-minute mark? De Ritter's going to shoot takedowns fast. Who's De Ritter beat ever? I mean, Alan Sung from one. It's about it. He's a one championship fighter. He hasn't fought that UFC level. And I'm going to have faith in my UFC level guys. Kevin Holland's been on the roster forever. De Ritter in his second UFC fight, beating him? Nah. Gerald Meerschaert was a good matchup for De Ritter. Gerald Meerschaert was the right fight for DeRitter. Kevin Holland's going to prove to be the wrong fight. And I think Holland's going to end them. So let's go. Rampage and Holland got heated in the pod, dog. I'm going to have to watch it. Is it worthwhile of doing a video on? Is it that good of a back and forth? You let me know. Hernanov, you're the guy. Let me know. Tell me what you think. I'm going to drink some more water, guys. I need some water on the stream. I really did need some water, though. I feel a lot better. Damn, Kevin told Rampage, shut the fuck up. Holy shit. Okay, they go back and forth. Is that heated? I'm going to have to check that out. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll check that out. The Jackson pod. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm intrigued. This one screams upset. I agree. Listen, let's keep running. I want to jump to our next fight on the main card. We got Benny Dariush versus Renato Moicano. I got a man who cannot afford to lose, my brother. Or I got Benio Dariush. Hey, listen, if I don't look good, if I don't beat the poop out of him, I'll just have to retire. Had a good run in fighting, thank God. I'm really happy about it. But, if it's meant to be, I'll call it. Versus the other side. Motherfucker. Bitcoin, motherfucker. I can't afford to lose. How the fuck am I supposed to pick a guy saying maybe I'll win? We'll find out. I'll see if I still got it. Versus the man who can't afford to lose. Mentality difference is crazy. Renato Moicano has got to be the call. But matchup-wise in their primes is interesting. Because Dariush is tricky with wrestling, and Moicano likes to use his grappling a lot. Dariush has deceptive boxing, and Moicano's been dropped. Dariush is an interesting striker, and when he's on point, Dariush is good. He beat Mateusz Gamrot, and he dealt with a lot of takedown attempts from Gamrot. I think Moicano does okay in the striking with Dariush. I think he does good in the grappling with Dariush. And I think Money Moicano can beat Benio Dariush. Oh, Money Moicano, straight shot lands, buckles Dariush. I worry about Dariush's chin. He's got back-to-back violent knockout losses, and now he's fighting Money Moicano, who's absolutely on the come-up right now, and this is his chance. I think Dariush's chin could be gone. He's always had a flawed chin, but now back-to-back knockout losses, I don't love it. I think Money Moicano's mentality is different. Yo, weigh-in stream, W. Ripskis. Let's go, Nunes Uncle. Yes, I will be live for the official and the ceremonial weigh-ins tomorrow. Don't worry. We're doing weigh-ins all day, bro. Weigh-ins start, the stream. Weigh-ins start at 12. I'll be live at 12, 12:30. I'll be live, bro. It's a really interesting fight. I think Moicano's striking is sneaky. I'm going to pick Money Moicano to find a way to win. I understand why people have a mentality that Benil Dariush could be a difficult matchup. In his prime, he is. But I caution you that he's not on point, though. I caution you that Benny is not on point anymore. Last win was 2022 against Gamrot. Before that, Tony Ferguson win. Before that, Diego Ferreira win. We shall see what version of Dariush shows up, but I just have a hard time seeing Benil, such a nice guy, real gentleman, taking out a savage like Money Moicano. I feel like Benil's past his best days. I could see Moicano throwing hard and getting in Benil's head a little bit. And I think Money Moicano can end up finishing him. TKO or submission. I'm going to say Money Moicano gets it done in violent fashion in a good fight. There has to be a finish here. AJ, best in the game. Thank you, Junior Smile. I hope there's a finish. I think there's a high possibility of finish. Yeah. Is minus 155 for Money Moicano to win. Dariush at plus 135 is the underdog. Looking towards the side of inside distance, Money Moicano plus 185. I am picking him inside distance. Looking towards the side of sub, it's plus 475 for Moicano. And KO is plus 350. Give me Money Moicano. I think Money Moicano can pull this one off. I think he can get a KO. I think he could get a submission. I think he can land a clean elbow. I think he can land some big punches. I think he can lock up a sub. I think he can do it. Dariush's striking is a bit sloppy, but he does got clean overhands, though. Dariush got some pop on the overhand. He's got a good left over the top. He's a southpaw. But I got to go Money Moicano. You got to ride with the momentum sometimes. Have faith in where the good energy is. Dariush is trying to rebuild with not much to rebuild left. I mean, he's talking about retiring. Money Moicano's on a roll right now. And I think Money Moicano is going to take him out because when one person gets hit hard, the guy thinking about retiring is more likely to stay down than the guy dreaming of fighting for that belt. The guy that still has the belief that he can get to the top. Belief is a fucking powerful thing. Beneil Dariush, he's got faith in God for sure, but faith in his skill set right now in 2025, no. Not that much faith. And I think Money Moicano is the right pick. The call is money. The call is money. Money Moicano for the dub. W call Money Moicano. The main card is heating up, man. The people's picks are in the description. We got all of the people's calls so far. And I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Savages. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, I'm excited. We're getting to the big fights now. We're getting closer and closer to the main event. But this next fight, it may as well be a main event. This is an easy co-main event on most cards. Fight night-wise, this would be a massive main event. This is one of the biggest fights the UFC can put together in the damn light heavyweight division. I'm stoked for this next one. And I'm also stoked to hit 200 likes, chat. I see we're at 174. If we were at 1,000, that'd be crazy. We're at 174 likes, bro. 26 away from the goal. Do I still do the lock of the week? Of course, bro. This week's best MMA bets every Wednesday. If you're looking for the video, you can't find it, just go to my playlist. I have this week's fight content schedule all playlisted up. You can find it easily, bro. All the 311 playlist is up. So if you're looking for picks, that's the place to go. Go to the playlist. My flat cap has magical powers. It does this week, yes. I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Woo, I got to keep running, man. I got more to talk about. I got more. You think it's a game? You think it's a game, bro? You think it's a game? I got more. I got more. I got way more. It doesn't stop with me. You bald as an eagle? Listen, I'm bald as your sister, son. Boom, 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 boom. Let's keep running. Feature fight of the night. We got Yuri Prochazka versus Jamal Hill. This is such a great fight. I'm hyped to see what happens. So the pick has been Yuri Prochazka throughout the week. Now, Jamal Hill, he does seem relatively dialed in mentally, which is a good thing. Hasn't fought, obviously, since the really bad loss to Alex Pereira, as is the same position Yuri Prochazka's in, coming off of a bad loss to Alex Pereira. Now, in the midst of the Pereira saga for Prochazka, he did pick up a win against Alexander Rakic, and he finished him in impressive fashion in the second round, and he brought good pressure. Jamal Hill has nice straight punches, but I very much worry about him on the back foot. Him moving backwards with this Yuri relentless pressure, tricky for Jamal Hill. On the offensive and bringing pressure, that works. And if Jamal Hill is the one leading the way with pressure, I can see him winning. I can see him touching up Yuri. But if Yuri does what Yuri does, and we know what he does, he brings relentless pressure. I see him backing Hill up towards the cage, landing shots over the top, making Jamal Hill very uncomfortable. The way Jamal Hill throws his straight shots a lot of times is from the shoulders, and he leaves the chin relatively exposed. A looping shot over the top is the perfect kill shot for that technique. Jamal Hill's explosive, and he's got knockout power for sure. And as much as Yuri Prochazka gets shit on for his defense, I don't think Jamal Hill is a defensive maestro as far as striking goes. No way. No way, bro. Nah. Prochazka even said himself, he got to keep his hands up more. I hope to see it. I've been following Yuri Prochazka since the Ryzen days. I'm saying Yuri Prochazka is going to bring relentless pressure to Jamal Hill, catch him with big shots over the top, and I think he will stop him at some point. In a violent back and forth fight, Prochazka beats Jamal Hill and gets back, I don't know, to the upper echelon of the weight class. I don't want to say title picture for sure because he's got 2 losses to the champ, but shit, if Magomed Ankalaev's champ, I don't think anybody is not interested in Yuri Prochazka fighting for a belt. Can it possibly hit the ground? Maybe. I can see Prochazka shooting for takedowns. Prochazka's ground game is not bad. He's not, necessarily known for his offensive wrestling, but he knows how to grapple. I think both these guys want to strike. I do. I think both these guys want to bang on the feet. I see Yuri landing a looping shot. Hill's in shape, though. Hill can move well. He's a good southpaw. But I think if Prochazka is as relentless with his pressure as I believe he can be, I think he wins this fight, and I think he gets the knockout. You know what's crazy? I've been tuning into some Jamal Hill interviews and content this week, and I can't help but kind of feel a little bad for Jamal with everything that happened after the Pereira fight, seeing how the fans reacted. He's still getting roasted for that fucking KO. He's still getting roasted. It's like, damn, bro. No love for Jamal Hill. He can't get past it. He was talking about on his show that, or on Guru's show rather, that he was having his daughter get DMs from these Pereira fans saying Shama and shit. And you look at Jamal Hill's IG comments, bro, still got Shama, Pereira, all that shit. Jamal Hill, he showed a different essence in that Guru interview. And I actually thought to myself, man, I think we've been giving Jamal a lot of shit, but maybe he's a good one. I think he's a good dude. I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't at all. He's just misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? He's a little bit emotional. But Yuri Prochazka's a killer, man. It's an interesting matchup. I feel like Prochazka could clip him. So I'm going to pick Yuri Prochazka. But I'm not going to lie to you. Sitting and thinking about Jamal Hill, catching with straight shots if he looks slick, it's just, I think Yuri's chins hold up, man. I don't think Yuri's got a glass chin. I think Yuri's got good durability, man. I think Yuri Prochazka, even though he doesn't have good defense, he's durable. And I'm saying Yuri finds the shots over the top. And Yuri's a dog. I think the odds should be even. I find it odd that he's a dog. Plus 119 for Prochazka with Hill at minus 139. I am anticipating Yuri Prochazka has money bet on him tomorrow, and he may become even money or potentially the favorite. If the books are allowing this plus money to come in, that's interesting. It's definitely a hedge towards Hill for his slickness. Dangerous bet on this fight. I won't lie to you guys. This is Danger Zone USA. I do think it's live to go over a round and a half, though, at minus 165. I like that a lot. Prochazka by KO is plus 200. On the opposite side, Hill by KO plus 175. I think fight ends inside of the distance, minus 275. But I think over 1.5 is live, too. I really can see this fight hitting the late second round into the third. I'm excited to see what happens. And I agree Yuri has a goated chin. It's like, yeah, you get knocked out by Pereira, but Pereira is a different animal. I think that Yuri Prochazka wins, but I do hope that Jamal Hill can, I don't know, get some fan lore back, bro. Because DMing his daughter is fucked up, man. That's weird to me. It's the fucking Shama maniacs, Pereira's psychotic fans that are driving Jamal crazy. He made a thing like 20,000 to go to his gym and spar. I'm telling you, I made this prediction during my live stream during the press conference after everybody was booing him. In 2025, I will predict outside of the cage, Jamal Hill lays waste to some crazy fan. And he probably has like an assault and battery charge put on him if he fucks some dude up. I think it's going to happen, bro. I think Jamal is going to beat the shit out of a troll at some point. As far as the people's call, you guys are on Prochazka, but ever so slightly. It's not like a super confident lean for Yuri Prochazka from the chat. 59%, not bad. 58%, not bad. I like Prochazka's chances, though. I don't love Prochazka's chances. I like them. He's an underdog. It's a 50-50 fight. That's why Prochazka's a 58%. I think 58% is actually like the perfect percentage of confidence. I think I agree with the chat poll. 58% of the people should be around a 58% confidence level. This is very competitive. Brother, one guy submitted Glover with ease and the other struggled to put away Glover. Dog, you didn't watch the fight. Energize. You didn't watch the fight. Yuri Prochazka struggled with Glover. What are you talking about? Glover was fucking doing well in that fight. So I have to be a little worried about Prochazka. Hill looks good physically, and he seems dialed in. You believe Hill's the biggest hitter at 205? Casual money will come in and the line will move. I see why Hill is the favorite. I'm waiting to get him as an underdog tomorrow. Listen, if all the casuals are betting Prochazka, he is shit, bro. Hill might be the side. We'll see. We'll see how I feel post weigh-in. But right now, there's no pick flip. I'm thinking Prochazka finds a way. But I'm excited as hell to watch this fight. I think it's going to be good. Yeah, he'll beat the fuck out of Glover Teixeira. Was not close. Hill beat Glover more impressively than Prochazka. Hill's clean when he's on the offensive. It's just my worry of him getting caught over the top. We'll see what happens, man. Either way, fantastic featured fight. And I'm looking at the chat. The like button is making progress. You guys are amazing tonight. Keep running those damn likes up. I'm up late tonight, James. So I'm bringing the late night live breakdown. I had to do it for the people. We needed to know what the masses are picking. You guys needed to get, a more sincere breakdown from me where we can just go back and forth. Oh, yeah, I went on Jamal's live stream saying he was going to get chinned. Oh, yeah, I did. But I said to him, convince me why you're going to win the fight. I said I picked him to get chinned. You're viewing it as a negative, like I was roasting him. I'm picking against him. I'm not allowed to ask. It's a prediction. It's a sport. It's a combat sport. People do get chinned, and maybe he does. Let's go. Yeah, I did donate to Hill. Hill's probably like, fuck this guy, man. Hill's like, fuck this clown. Fuck this experts, man. Hill didn't have notoriety of the channel, but I'm like, dog, Hill, listen. You come on this show, it's a good idea, my brother. There's good people here, brother. We get fans back for Jamal Hill. I think Guru's starting it, but I can follow it too. All right, I'm throwing the poll up for the next one. I'm shadow boxing at the end of the show. I'm not going to shadow box before the breakdown. I'll shadow box at the end. But yeah, I'm seeing 197. Once we pass 200 likes, the end of the show, we're going to do a Ripskis and a shadow box for the people. Ripski shadow box, bringing the thunder for everybody watching. All right, let's keep running up. Let's get to our co-main event of the evening. We got Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. I've been picking Umar Nurmagomedov to win. I've been picking Umar Nurmagomedov probably by a relatively clean decision, but wouldn't be crazy if he landed a nice high kick. Nurmagomedov is clean as hell with his striking, very technically sound. Team Habib fighter, high caliber wrestlers in the room constantly. Merab has good pressure wrestling and he has good physical strength. And yes, he's going to be able to land strikes on the feet against, a lot of the better strikers in the UFC bantamweight division because of such a dominant wrestling threat in that area. It differs here, though, because Umar has dealt with monsters forever since he was a kid. Umar's takedown defense is on point. Umar's striking from range is on point. And I think Umar may even mix in a trip. Merab is better at offensive wrestling, but the defensive skills of Umar Nurmagomedov should negate Merab's offensive abilities. And I don't think in straight stand-up, Merab has much of a chance to do significant damage. And I honestly find it hard to fathom him garnering any substantial amount of control time on Umar Nurmagomedov. The pick is Umar all day. The pick is Umar for the win. Now, if you compare resumes, yes, Umar's is lacking. Biggest win, Corey Sandhagen. Before that, he beat Beksat Almakan. He beat Hayani Barsalos. He beat Nate Menes. Beat some others previously. He's 6-0 in the UFC right now. Whereas Merab has been around for a long time. 11-2 in the UFC. Riding a fantastic win streak dating back long time to 2018. Sean O'Malley win last time. Became the new champion. Beat Cejudo. Beat Jan. Beat Aldo. Beat Marlon Moraes. Has one of the more impressive resumes ever in the bantamweight division. And to be fair, if Merab goes out and wins, there's a real chance that Merab goes down as like GOAT bantamweight, especially if he beats Nurmagomedov. But I just don't see it going that way. I just don't see it happening that way. I think Umar wins a clean decision. I think Umar's going to stop the takedowns. As good as Merab's wrestling is, the Team Habib defensive abilities and the kicking skills of Umar and the striking from distance and the versatility with movement and the elusiveness on the feet. It's just going to be way too much for Merab to handle. And I have to confidently ride with Umar Nurmagomedov to get a nice win in this fight. So yes, Umar Nurmagomedov is going to be the pick from me. It's probably going to be the pick from you too. Most people are probably going Umar. Umar's the call for the masses. Umar's the call for me. Umar's the call for you. Shit, Umar's the call for everybody. Who's not picking Umar? Well, actually, 35% of the chat right now seems to be on Dvalishvili. Now, before we talk about the people's poll, let's look at the odds. Umar Nurmagomedov is minus 284 as the favorite currently, with Merab at plus 244 as the underdog. Very intriguing line to me. Would be touching potentially a decision win for Umar. Excuse me, I was saying Merab. Umar, it's minus 125. I thought it was plus. Damn. So really less intriguing. A real intriguing line would probably be KO for Nurmagomedov at plus 625. Not known for the knockout, slept Barcelos with a big punch. He does have deceptive power. I don't think Umar even realizes his own power. He's precise. Merab's been buckled a couple times. We've seen him hurt in the fight against Marlon Moraes. Seen him hurt even against Henry Cejudo. It's not going to be a Merab smother fest. Umar is simply too versatile with his attack. And I'm predicting Umar Nurmagomedov to hold the strap at the end of the fight. I think he becomes the champion of the world. I think Umar wins. I don't think O'Malley's beating Umar either. O'Malley is supposed to be fighting the winner. Isn't that crazy? O'Malley's supposed to be fighting the damn winner. They throwing O'Malley up there right away. Bam. O'Malley has the real Dana White privilege because I think he should have had to rematch Petr Yan. That would have made a lot more sense. But instead, Dana has said O'Malley's probably next. It's his stock and star power that puts him in that position. That's how it goes. That's how the game goes. O'Malley got the big name. O'Malley got the casual fan appeal. And O'Malley getting a damn title fight off a loss to Merab and probably going to fight the winner, which won't be Merab. It's going to be Umar. The people are in alignment. 66%. Look at that. Listen, chat, we're at 199 likes. I know we're going to hit 200 likes in a second, but I think to keep the late night live tradition going properly, I owe you guys a ripski. I'm going to give you guys the second rip of the night. This is a late night live special, the CBD lion on deck, okay? The CBD lion on deck. CBD forever, bro. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. Shout out. Shout out to everybody that's new. AJ, you're so professional. AJ, you're so classy. But AJ don't stop the ripski, you know what I'm saying? I got to bring what I got to bring. What's up, Yes Free? Good to see you, brother. I got to do what I got to do. It is what it is. That's how it goes in the game. That's how it goes in the game. That's how it goes in the game. Okay? Now, before we jump to the main event, I always wanted to click this insert ad button. So right now I'm doing a 15-second ad. Give me 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. I know that like half the chat is probably in, half the chat is watching an ad. If you're lucky enough not to get one, God bless. Why am I running an ad? To be honest, I just want to see what happens when I run it because I never hit them on the live streams throughout the week, but might as well give them a chance. Especially for the late night live and stream number 3. Fuck it. I'll hit it, bro. I'll hit it. I'll give it a chance to run it up. Bump, 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 bump. You think sugar's overrated? You're still here? Hey, YouTube Premium. No ad? Good. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Quick ad break. Quick ad break. This stream is brought to you by Alani. They're not actually sponsoring the show. It would be really cool if they did, but unfortunately, they don't. Still, I like to flex their cans because honestly, they look good in some of the thumbnails and I feel like it's funny. So I'll keep bringing it. All right, let's keep running. Let's keep running. All right, we got to jump up. We got to run up. We got to make waves. Okay. We got to make waves up in here. I'm going to throw the poll up for our next fight. Okay. I'm going to throw the poll up for the next one. The big one. It all comes down to this. One last fight. Can you feel the thunder? Yes, you fucking can. Bam. Poll is up. Boom, 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 boom. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. All right. You know what time it is, chat? It's time for the main event of the evening. If you guys haven't yet and you're enjoying the late night live comeback, make sure you guys smash the like button. If this series is so well received, of course, I got to keep doing it. We'll do it for the big cards at the least, but maybe you guys can convince me to do it for some Vegas cards or whatnot. Let's go. Subscribe if you're new to. Welcome to the channel. Daily content, streams twice a day, 3 times when I'm really feeling it, and videos every day. So keep it locked in, all right? Best breakdowns in the game, high action news, high quality content. And you know what you got? You got AJ the Savage, bro. You're chilling with me, okay? AJ the Savage only. Let's jump into it. Main event, Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan. So how am I picking this fight? Of course it's Islam. I'm an Islam guy. Islam Makhachev all day. I like Islam's skill set. Dangerous striking skills with a dangerous counter check hook. Precise with his boxing, but also very versatile with his kicking. Extremely high-level Dagestan wrestling and extremely vast background in combat sambo. He's at a ton of amateur fights, if you really include what sambo is. Insane precision, better than I think people even recognize yet. And he's going to go down as one of the all-time lightweight greats. On the opposite side, we got Arman Tsarukyan, who's good, but he can't be the pick for me. He's got crazy dexterity. He's got really good wrestling. He's got pretty good speed. But I just don't see him as the guy to dethrone Islam Makhachev. I think Islam could actually bring a submission threat into this fight. We saw Tsarukyan struggle in a couple of testy positions against Charles Oliveira recently. And if Arman Tsarukyan is put in those same spots here by Islam Makhachev, I think there's a real chance that Islam finishes him. Islam's known for dangerous front headlocks, underrated with the Darce choke, and Tsarukyan shooting a lot could get caught in one. If you go back and watch their first fight, because this is a rematch, Tsarukyan was on his back in round 3, and he wore down in the later stages of the fight. Now, there's also a slight concern that Tsarukyan may have been battling a staph infection leading into the fight. I noticed it. MMA Vulture let me know, and then I covered it, and then, you know, the community seems to be 50-50 split on it. But there's a possibility that he is not his optimal self as well on fight day, which I definitely think stifles the gas tank and raises the possibility of an Islam Makhachev win by submission. I'm picking Islam to win the fight. Odds-wise, when you look at the money line, yes, it's super wide. Minus 340 for Islam Makhachev. Tsarukyan at plus 265. But I do think Islam wins. And I know it's wide at minus 340, but I do think he's going to pull through. Looking towards the submission call for Makhachev, only plus 300. I thought it'd be better. Under 4.5 rounds, plus 145. I think there's a live finish chance for Makhachev. And if this staph infection is true, because it looks like staph, but at the end of the day, seemingly staph, I can't confirm it for certain. I didn't get a doctor's thumbs up for it. But I still think Makhachev wins. The best version of Tsarukyan, Makhachev still beats him. He'll win a gritty decision. He'll land bigger shots. He'll have bigger moments. Tsarukyan is not going to be able to outbox Makhachev. He probably can't out-kickbox him either. Maybe he can out-kick him as far as flash, but effectiveness, I don't think so. I don't see him out-wrestling Makhachev. I think Tsarukyan's definitely going to shoot, but when Tsarukyan's takedown attempts consistently get stuffed, that is going to make him even more tired. And I really think that raises the chances of a championship rounds finish for Islam Makhachev. So I am going for Makhachev win by finish or decision. Officially, like it's, I guess, finish or decision. I'm just picking all methods. The money line is the official pick. But something's whispering in my ear, finish 3-4-5. Submission, probably. Wouldn't blow my mind. So I say sub or decision makes sense. If he knocked out Tsarukyan, that'd be pretty crazy, but I just feel like sub is more likely. Tsarukyan could put himself into a compromised spot. I like the chances of Makhachev forcing Tsarukyan into an uncomfortable position, getting tired, shooting kind of a naked takedown, and then ending up getting strangled. Hey, listen, he may have went life and death with Dustin, but he outstruck Dustin. He finished Dustin. And to be fair, he legitimately had a staph infection. I believe Islam Makhachev can make waves in this one. And I think Islam is taking a W home. And for me, I'm going to ride with the Dagestan. Tsarukyan comes from a billionaire family. I think he's committed to the lifestyle, sure. But optimally speaking, he doesn't need to fight. On the opposite side, what is Makhachev without fighting? What's he doing? Where's he working? Where's he living? He had to fight. He was forced to fight. And I think Islam Makhachev shines. So Islam Makhachev and still champ is the pick. I think he's more elusive on the feet. I think he's cleaner with boxing. I think his defensive wrestling will be sound and counter opportunities will open up. And I'll also expect Islam to get Tsarukyan down at some point. So we're going with Islam Makhachev and still champ. And still champ. That's the main event pick. The people in chat, what are they thinking? They're thinking the same thing. Islam Makhachev wins in the main event, according to the people as well. So for a lot of the fights, we're in alignment, chat. We're in alignment. We're lined up nicely. We have a ton of agreement on the card. We have disagreement on what? 1, 2 fights. And then we got the Reese Bekoev 50-50, which is a draw. I like it. I like the people's picks. I like the people's calls. The people are onto something. I think they got the right mentality. Now, a quick run through of the people's picks. If you just tuned in, or I don't know, maybe you didn't stay for all of them. I think I got to run through them. Ulanbekov at 80%, Sopaj at 80%, Nakamura at 80%, Pérez at 57%. I disagree. Bekoev Reese even at 50-50. It's a 50-50 fight. I think Bekoev might get it by a tad. Dawson 51. I disagree. I'm throwing Ferreira. Guskov 86. I'm in agreement with the pick. Almeida 82. I'm in agreement with the pick. Talbott 88. I'm in agreement with the pick. Holland 57. Again, agreement. Moicano 74. Agree. Procházka 58. Agree. Nurmagomedov 65. Agree. And Makhachev 68. Agree. We are in alignment for the entire main card. So the people seem to have their heads on straight, and I think I do too. I don't feel as though any of us have too many outlandish picks on the card. I know there's some crazies picking some wild shit, and good luck if you are. I think Makhachev defends the title and holds the throne at the top. Episode 1 of the 2025 edition of the Late Night Live. Welcome back. Now, if you haven't been tuning in to my streams, you don't know. I've been live streaming every afternoon. I'm doing live stream Q&As twice a day alongside of the usual video content flow. So make sure you keep it locked in on the channel because I'm constantly bringing savage content and it literally doesn't stop. Now, to close out the show per usual, or I guess I'll say as promised, I said if we surpass 200 likes on the live, I'm going to give you guys a shadow box. I'm loose. I'm limber. My back's feeling less crampy. So I'm going to give it hell, man. I'm going to give it hell. Taking a sip of some water real quick. I'm taking a sip of some water. I'm getting loose and limber. I'm getting ready to rock and roll. I'm getting ready. Boom. Yes, I'll be streaming the weigh-ins. Ceremonials and official. And the weigh-in recap per usual. All right, guys. All right. All right, guys. All right. You asked for it. I close out the show with it. I had a hellish back day, so excuse the stiffness. Obrigado. 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 The shadow is dead, brother. The shadow is dead, brother. The shadow is done. The shadow is dead. The shadow is complete. TKO. Round number 1. TKO. Easy money. Smash the guy. Whoo! What a stream. What a stream. What a stream. What a stream. Guys, do you think I'm a psychopath doing all these streams? I feel insane, bro. I feel insane. A little bit. But I got a lot of energy. I'm a high energy guy all night. Like, I'm chilling. If I had to go 5 hours, I could stream 5. I'm not gonna, though. I'm gonna chill. We already hit 2 hours. You know what sucks? I got to do the damn timestamps, chat. Oh, I got to do timestamps. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's late night live. Make sure you smash the likes. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you turn on the damn post notifications. You don't leave them on personalized. You put them on all so you don't miss a live stream or a video because there's a ton of it. So keep it locked in. I'll see you guys in the afternoon. Lunchtime live going down. Weigh-in show tomorrow. Hella content coming. I'll check out that Kevin Holland interview too. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you all soon. Much love and peace out. Good night.